back, students, to the class of history. Chapter name From Gathering to Growing Food. This is your chapter number 3 and part 3 of this lecture as well. Students, in the previous classes of this chapter, we all have discussed the topics like varieties of food, what are the different varieties of food that are mostly used or eaten or mostly grown by the early humans, how the beginning of farming and herding started. In the second topic we all have seen, in the third topic we all have seen that how the early men started a entirely new way or developed entirely a new way of life, leading life in store, how they used to store animals. In storing animals we all have seen, and in the topic like finding out about first farmers and herders, we all have discussed some of the important Neolithic sites where the traces have been found out. In this chapter we will discuss about the sixth topic that we have seen in the mind map of the chapter, that is towards a settled life. This is the topic wise explanation of the chapter as it is given in your NCERT book also. So, towards a settled life. How the settled life began and what are the common things that archaeologists have found from the ground that is actually not known yet. But still, students in Burza home sites, Burza home that we all have seen in map, that it is present in present day Kashmir and one of the most important Neolithic sites that have been found out. So, in Burza home sites, archaeologists have found homes of early humans. And how are the homes of the early humans built? Homes of early humans like underground pits. Pits means tunnel-like structure that is that is developed by digging the ground. So they used to make their houses by digging pits, by digging big holes underground, and those underground pits are so well prepared by the early humans that the traces of stairs are also have been found out there by the archaeologists. Means to go down, they, with the help of stairs that they make, with the help of stairs they are able to get in the underground pit or get outside the pit. They have also created, they means early humans have also created such pits, underground pits, just to either to escape themselves from wild animals or to protect themselves from the harsh weather conditions. And one interesting thing that has also been found out in those underground pits that has been found near the Burza home sites is that kitchen hearths. Kitchen hearths means kitchen stoves. Hearths are the stoves that are made out of clay, chula. So kitchen hearths has also been found as well as the on the surface also and inside the underground pit also. So this is one of the interesting findings that the archaeologists have found from those sites. The Neolithic tools, because we are talking in this chapter about the Neolithic period, and all these sites are of considered as Neolithic sites, means the sites of the new Stone Age. So, in Neolithic age or in Neolithic era, the tools that were made, the tools were made in Paleolithic age also, the tools were made in Mesolithic age also, but here the early humans are transforming from Mesolithic to Neolithic age. So the tools that has been found from these Neolithic sites, or you can also call that the Neolithic tools which has been found out by the archaeologists, are considered to be far more better than the tools of the Paleolithic one. Why? So, because of many reasons, they are well polished, smooth as compared to the Paleolithic tools. They are rough in nature, not polished yet, but Neolithic tools, they are polished, well polished, they are smooth and rather more sharp as well as compared to the Paleolithic one stone tools. And purpose specific too. What is the meaning of purpose specific? Just for take example, we are making knife. What is the purpose of knife? To cut vegetables, to cut fruits mainly. These are the purpose, that is to cut something. These are the purpose of knife. So knife, it is a purpose specific tool. In the same manner, they also develop such tools which are purpose specific, which helps them in doing their work or doing their agriculture or while cooking, which makes their work easy. So tools were like that in the Neolithic period. An interesting fact, another that has been found in these sites of Burzahom, that pots, old clay pots or broken clay pots also have been found on these sites. Generally, either these clay pots, it is assumed that either it is used to cook food or either to store the food grains which they produce by farming. Still, not only that, but the proofs of cloth weaving also have been found in Neolithic era, and cloths too made of cotton and other available materials of that time, they used to weave the cloths also. So with this we are now knowing that in the weaving also started in the Neolithic period only. I have tried to make you understand the chapter in the most easiest manner. So here I have shared some of the pictures of old Paleolithic, old Neolithic tools that has been found by the archaeologists from certain Neolithic sites, and the pots or the kitchen utensils that has been found from under the ground by the archaeologists. So here are some, have a glance on it. Now, in the topic that we are discussing towards a settled life, in this topic only we will discuss that what are the customs. Customs means the traditions or practices that were being performed by the people of the Neolithic period or by the early humans. But students, we still don't know actually about the customs. Customs are the tradition, the same uh, uh, technique or the same tradition that is going from one generation to another to another. So we actually still don't know about the actual customs, about the actual practices which were being performed by the early humans, but we will try to understand this in today's time, in the time in which we are living, where two or three generations of families, your grandfather, your father, and your family, three generations, where two or three generations or more than three generations of families that live together in small settlements, where a group of 10 huts or 10 houses are there, no, or 50 houses, not more than that. So these groups of houses are called small settlements. So a place where two or three generation of the same family or more than that live in small settlements. Nowadays those settlements are called as villages. In the early times also people started living initially like that, where most family members of those settlements or the villages know each other. They are either a friend of each other, either relatives of each other. So they know each other very closely, very collectively. Such people are known as tribes. means all the customs and practices of those peoples are the same, all the festivals they celebrate same, so all the customs practices they follow is the same, and collectively those type of small settlements where two or three generations of the same family are living together, such settlements are called as tribe. Hunting, gathering, fishing, herding, farming are simple works that are still done by using primitive means. Now also these are the work that are still done by the, not by the people those who are living in urban cities, but the tribal people, those who all are existing now. All these things are still done by them, and still they are using the old and primitive methods. Old methods, primitive means the method that is being followed from a long time ago. So from these things, we or the archaeologists tried to assume that these old methods are also followed by early humans too, because it is said that all these practices or all these customs, all these habits are transferred from one generation to another. So it is assumed that these things now also people are doing, but these things are also being done in the older times also by the early humans. Talking about women of the tribes, what is the work that is performed by the women at that time in those tribes? So women, they do all kinds of agricultural work. To do the agricultural work or the farming work, it is the responsibility of women of those tribes. So all kinds of agricultural work is mostly done by the women, such as ground preparation, preparing the field for sowing the seed or tilling the field, plowing the field, sowing the seeds into the ground, looking after the plants that grows out or sprouts out from those seeds, and once the crop is ready, once the food is ready, harvest all those plants, and all related work related to agriculture is mostly done by the women of those tribes at that time in ancient times. All these works were the work of women in such a kind of tribes. Children are also there in those tribes, so some work is done by the children also, not only playing, but they also do the household works, like children look after the plants, they drive away the wild animals or the birds which is harmful to their plants in order to protect their plant from being eaten away or from being destroyed away by the wild animals. They also look after small flocks. Flocks means group. They small flocks of animal, just like four or five sheep or four or five goats are there. So they also look after small flocks of pet animals, which they usually keep at that time, and cleaning of those pet animals and to get milk out from them, it is also the job of children of those tribes at that time. If we are talking about women, children, it is most usual that we will talk about men also. What is the job of the men of those tribes? So men led large herds. It is also it does also mean a large group of animals in which 50 to 60 animals, more 100 animals, large group of animals. So the prime job of the men of those tribes is to lead the large group of animals in search of pastures. Pastures are the long stretches of field that is mostly found on mountain tops or slopy regions of mountainous areas, where everywhere greenery is there and green grass is available in quantity for those animals. So this was the job of the men primarily, but there are some jobs at that time which were done collectively by both and men and women of those tribes. They are tasks like making clay pots, weaving basket, making tools, making huts. They used to sing together, dance together, decorate their huts together. So these are some kind of tasks that are collectively done by the men and women of the tribe. In these tribes, we are talking about custom and practices, what they do follow. So, in this tribe, we do see that men some of the men are also regarded as leaders for some or the other reasons. What are the most probable reasons, according to the archaeologists? Is that they had specified some reason that they may be regarded as a person who is really old and experienced, means old and experienced person of the tribe is regarded as a leader of the tribe. This is the custom and practice that we usually follow in our time also, that elder one, our grandparents are regarded because they are very old and because of their experience too. So this was the custom and practices that the early tribes are also following from a long time. The other possible reason maybe they may regard a man who is young and have brave warriors, means a man who has some power of money and muscles too. And they also regards the priest of the tribe. And almost all these things are also present in our today's society also. So these are the some of the customs and practices that must be followed by the people of those tribes. And same is the case with the old women also, they are also to respected. The tribes have a rich and unique culture and traditions. The tribe of the ancient times of that we are talking about, it is told that these tribes have a very rich and unique culture and tradition. And we as a whole also assume that early humans or the tribes or the people of those tribes are also having at that time also, not actually knowing, but it is assumed that they have their, because they have a very rich and unique culture and tradition, so they have their own language as well. At that time they have their own form of music. Just in today's time every region has their own form of music, so they are also having their own form of music, own stories about their daily life, and paintings as well of their time. And one important thing is that those tribes have their own god and goddesses as well, means they also believe in god at that time also. And the most important thing, the most unique feature of that tribe or the tribe of that time was that all the people living in the tribes are treated equally, are given equal importance. So, this was the end of part 3 of chapter number 3, from gathering to growing food. In the next lecture, we will talk about the last topic of this chapter, that some findings about sites like Mehergarh, and we will also discuss about Daujali heading in the upcoming lecture. Till then, thank you.